Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Twilight of the Old Order is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. In this gritty, cutthroat world, politics, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 145 of Twilight of the Old Order. The Twilight Party have again picked up the trail of their foes, the Committee for the New Age. We pick up the story just as our heroes are attempting to flee the palisade compound after negotiations with the Blueskin tribesmen has turned violent. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance. And welcome to our story. Our story is Twilight of the Old Order. These are the 6 characters. These are the faces of the 6 characters that are in play in this session today. In a moment or so, I'm going to pass over or switch over to a pre-recording of the players introducing their characters, and then after that we'll dive into a few character development questions, maybe some images, etc., to just tease out a little bit more about each one of the faces up on screens, background, likes, dislikes, etc. Why do we do that, and why do we spend quite a lot of time in these recordings to do so? From my sense anyway, this is a character-driven story. It's about the faces up on screen. It's about giving these faces life and a sense of personality, and the fact that these imaginary characters actually have a story. So that's one of the reasons. That's the reason, I guess, that we spend quite a bit of time dwelling on these characters. Before we do that, my habitual, my regular, my very sincere thank you to all of our subscribers, our viewers, the people that follow us either on the podcasts that are put out, or most commonly on the YouTube videos, and the comments that we get from social media and various other places. We really do appreciate it. We love the fact that this is our hobby. We're able to share it with effectively the world, and that other people are enjoying it. We do this for fun, and it's really nice to be able to share and spread that joy and that fun. Right, as mentioned, we're going to cut by the miracle of editing. We're going to cut to the pre-recording as per usual, and we start off with Graham. Pre-recording now.
Hello, I'm Graham, and I play Severin Kaidegard, who is a human swordsman, a dab hand at the sword, spent his whole life training in swordsmanship. He is a very charming fellow and fancies himself as a bit of a leader.
Hi, I'm Stara. I play Jada. She's a 6'7" Arab-looking woman. She fights with a quarterstaff, but not often because she's a healer. She grew up in a monastery where they adopted her, and she has just been taught how to heal, do martial arts. That's all she's done her entire life.
Hello, I'm Graham, and I'm playing Tanya Anastasia, who is an elven hunter. Dab hand with a bow. She has some outdoor skills, some very adept sneaky skills, and is an interesting personality, a little bit spiky, a little bit difficult to know, but inside, a good egg.
Kia ora everyone, my name's Anthony, and for this episode I'm playing Ascallion, or Askell for short. He's a tall half-elf warrior mage who comes from the port city of Shabibi, and accordingly his favourite weapon is his ornate cutlass. As a warrior mage, Askell combines his offensive and defensive spells along with his prowess with his cutlass and in unarmed combat.
Kia ora, my name's Pete and I'll be playing Nicholas in this episode. Nicholas is a common man and Mentad by profession. That means he is a spell user and he uses spells from the mentalism realm. Nicholas is a quiet and sort of unassuming sort of fellow. He doesn't like to draw attention to himself.
Hello, my name's Giles and I play Yotto, a grey elf in the 2nd century of his life. Yotto is a warrior mage by profession, meaning he combines the warrior skills learned from his mother, a great samurai in the east, with Western magic. Although life has sometimes been challenging for him, he still believes both in the world and people, and therefore travels light, very light, as he makes his way in the world and on his adventures.
There we go. So hopefully those pre-recordings provide a bit more of an explanation about the faces, the 6 faces up on screen. As mentioned, we now switch to a bit more of a deeper dive on a particular subject, a particular question that one of the players may want to answer about their character or provide an image or something, just to explain a little bit more about their character's backgrounds and just to flesh them out a bit. And today, we are starting off with Stara. Stara, take it away, please.
So I'm going to answer a character development question, which is, what is a journey that particularly sticks in Jada's mind and why? So there was a time when she was learning her skills. One of them was stalk and hide, and the group that was learning it all had to. She lived in the desert, so they all had to go out and practice that. But it's super tall, so it was very awkward and embarrassing. She's got bright green eyes, which everyone teased her about. She's super tall. So there's an image of that time when she was learning stalk and hide. And this is why she hates being the center of attention, because this was her childhood. Everyone's staring at her. So now in the game, often if there's like a shopkeeper or something, she just won't want to talk to them. She gets other people too. It's because of this.
Cool. Excellent. Love it. And loving these AI generated images. Not a lot of places to hide in the sand dunes, I note.
No. It didn't go well. She hasn't got a very high skill.
No.
Hide.
What does she have, by the way?
It's like 20 or something.
There you go. That's virtually nothing. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Stara. Love it. Who would you like to hear from next, please?
Can I hear from Askell?
Alright, but Askell, it's when did you decide to become an adventurer? I think it would have been probably in his tweens. As mentioned previously, he likes to hang around the docks and what have you. And then obviously seeing ships coming in and cool tales of, all sorts of adventures and horrors and what have you. So I think it would have started at around that age, the excitement and the fantasy and the mystique of being an adventurer. So yeah, I think it would be around his tweens, into his teens, and also when you start filling out as a person when you're a bit stronger, etc. Yeah.
Versus when you start filling out as a middle-aged person, as a certain GM might be filling out. Excellent. Thank you very much, Anthony. Who would you like to hear from next, please?
Can I hear from Graham?
Hi. I'll speak about Severin. Probably nothing you don't know, but how does he generally treat others? Pretty well, actually. He's quite... if you just met him, you'd probably think he was just quite likeable. But mostly honest, unless there's some requirement for him to, as there increasingly is, to pretend he's someone else or characters to mask what they're about. But he's a very charming, good-natured sort of person. However, in terms of his foibles, he is a bit of a lecturer, quite a high expectation of people. So there's definitely that side to him too, particularly when it's down to the nitty-gritty of what they're about. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag there. In terms of Tanya, am I doing Tanya? I think she's not really.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Conversely, she's the opposite. Really, she's quite introverted and generally a little bit socially awkward at times, and generally is quite quiet and reserved when you first meet her, and opens up over time and can be a bit spiky as well, which really is just to mask her own inadequacies, I think. But yeah, quite different from each other.
Cool.
And I'd like to hear.
Sorry, go for it.
And let's hear from Yotto.
No, just before Yotto starts, just to comment, Graham, thank you for making the effort to join today. Graham had not a great night's sleep, and we're hoping the caffeine kicks in soon, Graham.
Yeah. If you hear gentle snoring, you best send another wyvern.
There you go. Oh, really? You'd like another one?
Yes, please.
Okay, jolly good. Yotto, the floor's yours.
Thanks. So the question that Yora wants to answer is how do you generally treat others? And I guess it would be with honesty and compassion. So I think he has experienced some crappy stuff in his life. He knows how to defend himself if he needs to. But if one of his companions looked like they were struggling, he'd be more than happy to bring them a coffee. In fact, would probably do that for a stranger, actually. And I guess he's pretty open about most things in his life, other than possibly talking about the difficulties related to his family, that you might get a bit of a bristly response to. And on that note, we'll hand over to Nicholas and Leaf, Pete.
Thank you. Nicholas, I'd like to answer the question. When did you decide to come on an adventure? And I've been desperately trying to find my notes about when he started. But it's when this game started, basically, back in M.E.R.P. And I don't have the date. First of all, the months.
Yeah, I can help you with that. Yep.
Thank you. But,
so, the date today is the 13th of the 12th month of Year's End. Nicholas joins. Goodness, I'm going back. I'm scrolling. Nicholas joins the party on the 17th, Queen's Day, the 17th of Sun, which is the 6 months. He's been an adventurer for 6 whole months.
Let's see, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So yes, 6 months ago. Nice. Up until that point, he'd been quietly working as a sort of a scholar in a scholar position and just a cross job sort of thing, essentially. This a reasonably small town. And then his cultural past caught up with him. His family is from the Mara tribe, similar to the Blueskins. We're sort of in the farm/village that we're in at the moment. And he really does not like that side of his family, that cultural heritage, but his mother does, and as a part of this tradition called a weirhole, which is sort of a competition between families or between clans or whatever, someone came and stole something from his family, and the expectation is that he go and pursue this person, and he's within his right to kill that person to get this item back. It's a matter of honour, so he rolls his eyes severely at that. Not at all into honour or those sort of ridiculous concepts. So yes, that was thrust upon him basically. He was pressured into going to try and follow this person, and that's how he met up with the party. He certainly has taken a second place to so his warehouse thing has taken second place to saving the world. This is a far more interesting adventure to be on, and far more interesting for him, which is what makes the difference. He's not
saving the world's all well and good, but actually he likes the interactions he can see and the learning he can have from this adventure. Family, I suppose, saving the world makes sense.
It's a really interesting insight. Yeah, he does, the way you've played him and what you've told us about him, he really does, literally, as you say, roll his eyes about these, my words, not yours or his, but, these outdated, trivial, primitive beliefs, cultural beliefs that his family has that he doesn't, but actually the stuff he's learning about the world and other things is probably more intellectually stimulating them going and doing some old myths and legends from what his mum says. Would that be kind of summing it up?
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. But also the people interactions. This party's full of nutters. He likes nutters. But yeah, absolutely. It's and the actual history he's learning as well. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let me just see if I can. Having this little screen with the players' faces on it, which is great. To be able to see the players' faces is superb, but it always seems to be at exactly the wrong place that I need it to be. Anyway, because we've got half a dozen different windows open. Anyway, very good. We are now well met. Those, gentle viewer and gentle listener, are the 6 characters in play today. Hopefully you've learned something, as I always do when players introduce their characters. Well introduced, one and all. All right, as per usual, Pete, can I call upon you to provide an update, or a reminder for people of what happened last time? And last time in our world, in the real world, was indeed quite some weeks ago. So please, I'd encourage others to chime in to help Pete bring us up to speed. Pete, go for it, please.
Thank you. So we're in this, misnaming it. It's a farm. It's a walled farm, I believe, was what we were told.
Correct. Odana Farm. Yep.
Odana Farm. Feels like a village because it just has wall around it to me, so I keep calling it a village, but we're in Odana Farm. On reflection, we were sort of unclear exactly about what we were doing here. We were wanting to perhaps question the inhabitants about the Pecos people, Phyllis and his members, and in the state of his party, who have gone further into the valley. So this sits at the mouth of a valley in which there's ruins, which we need to go and explore or try and where the Pillars have gone to explore, and we want to kill him. I believe, is that correct? You're...
Spot on. So yep. Further down here, where this thing with this flapping that I'm now going to. Hang on. Oops, there he goes. We will lock him, and we will just do this. In this direction of this critter, which you guys have now met. There we go. You have come up into you've climbed quite a steep trail up here, up in this direction, to come to this wooded area, or this jungled area, I guess. Here, you were led by 3 Blueskin guides who are from the frontier town of Rasgarret, and they led you to this place, and they had told you that they had seen a group of 46, and they specifically counted 46 people, a mixture of soldiers and others, and pack mules and pack animals, come up to this farm and base themselves here some 2, probably 3 days ago now. By the time they came back to Rasgarret, collected you, and then rushed back. You may remember they came in very, very fast. They were panting and sweaty and all the rest. And you rushed here, and you discovered some soldiers here, and then some other things unfolded. But yes, the understanding is this very narrow canyon or valley or whatever it is, dips down, and it's not on screen, but you can make out in the distance. Actually, I do have an image. 1 second. It's not going to be this image that comes up. You've already seen him. You can just make out probably further down, something like that, perhaps. It's further on, and you have to go down a bit from where you guys are, but it's not a million miles. It's reasonably close to that, perhaps. At the other end of here, so you come up. There's this kind of saddle that you're in now, and then there's a slope that goes down to the valley floor, with these very large canyon either side. So sorry, Pete, I interrupted.
No. I think it's good to get that context again. Thank you. So we decided to make an assault on this village with the idea to get information from the villagers, and also to find out if the Seacoast people were here, and I suppose also to thin out their numbers. We may as well take them out by bit of people as we can. So we'd made our assault, and it's gone actually reasonably well the session, well, apart from Tanya, who had been, no disrespect, but to admit that, Tanya had unfortunately taken a fatal shot, so when she was exploring. But then afterwards, our following assault had gone okay, and had ended, surprisingly, with a wyvern, that winged creature, arriving. So we picked it up there, where this winged thing is flying around the village. We all sort of took cover. Our conflict was over by one Seacoast soldier who went and took refuge in that up there. Thank you, Chris. Jada and Askel went to the hut to the left to try and hide and take cover. Yotto went for a swim. He very simply jumped into the water and submerged himself. And Severin and Nicholas hid under the ladder and then started up to the behind the house that the soldier had gone to. We watched the wyvern land. It sort of savaged a soldier, I believe, and it landed behind Askel and Jada's hut. And then it came down to one dice roll. It either was going to make a beeline for Severin and Nicholas hiding under their ladder whilst they were there, or it was going to go and attack the village across the bridge. And it did. It went to attack the village main house on the village, the main house of the farm instead of us, which was lucky. They seemed well prepared to take it on. They'd been handing out weapons, and they had long spears, and they sort of made a wall and were shouting and poking at it. I think it did get one of I think they injured it, and then it made quite a full-on attack and sort of snapped one of them in half, basically. I can't remember the damage, but one of their number died. And then it finally had enough. It flew off, swooped down and took a cow, and we, as far as we're together...
No, swooped down and took a pony.
Took a pony, my mistake. Took a pony.
All right.
Some sort of farm animal. And has seemed to have flown off perhaps to eat its food. We have sort of taken that was our cue for us to come out of our hiding places, and we sort of just were gathering our thoughts about what we wanted to do, and pretty much decided it was probably time to leave. When they, and at the same sort of time, people over at the main house had noticed us and were calling at us to disarm ourselves in Alberinian, which is a language only Nicholas can speak. Nicholas replied that we didn't want any difficulties and that we just wanted to leave. They still insisted, and they started to run towards us, and we decided to start it by going up the ladder and over the wall. Nicholas made it over. Askel and Yotto and Severin only made it sort of partially up the ladder. Yotto dropped down when he realised he wasn't going to make it over. And yes, I think that's where we're at, pretty much.
Perfect. Well done, Pete. Two last qualifying comments. Jadar is invisible and is here. She turned visible and then turned herself invisible again. As discussed off screen, this massive elemental bird creature thing, 11 foot, 12 foot tall bird creature thing, is standing motionless there. but still in existence, as we described. We did describe again off camera that your strange little whistling that you initially used as kind of a reconnaissance little drone is still in existence right up here. You can see it up on screen. Nicholas, as described, has jumped over the wall. Severin is almost... He just needs a little bit more action. I think it's about 30% more success to jog up these last stairs, and then basically a very easy leap to basically get up and over the wall and land essentially on Nicholas. Askell was hit by an arrow from someone over here, and Yotto decided to get off the other side, as you described. Any qualifying questions? Anything that's not clear? Anything that we need to touch on before we start the game?
How many of the adversaries are dead through various means, and how many do we know are still standing?
You know that one of the spearmen, you definitely saw him, Severin. He ran into here. That's the only one that you're aware of. In terms of the tribesmen rushing at you, you haven't stopped to count because they're running fast, but you've definitely seen and heard one, and there are some more coming up here too. But exactly how many, you don't know, and there is quite a crowd of people over here.
Right.
Yep.
We did see two of the spearmen run up the ladder and drop over the wall.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. In fact, there they are there. So this chap here, an archer who was badly injured, he got zapped by Yotto and shot and was in pretty bad state. And another person here, one of the spearmen, when the wyvern arrived, but before it landed, decided to make discretion the better part of valor. And no, actually, after it landed, and was attacking the village, they came out of hiding and ran up, did exactly what you guys are doing, but first, and leapt and jumped over. They are no longer here. They have made themselves scarce. You don't know where they are, but yes, definitely. Realistically, though, would your characters know that? Marginal to say. I'd probably request you probably not act on that information. But you definitely, your characters definitely are aware that there is a spearman here. Any last questions, guys?
Our tour guides. Where was the last time we saw them?
The last time you had any interaction with them or were aware from them, they were covering fire from up here. They were all three had bows, and they were firing down with their bows, injuring some people, and at some stage, you don't know who it was, but at some stage someone put an arrow into this person and they went down, and that was some minutes ago. But the last you saw of them was on the crest of this little hill, and they had you can see from... It's so nice having a working computer. On the crest of this hill, they had a moderate field of vision. They could see people at the top of the walls, and they could certainly see the person that they shot. Yep.
So when Askell was in the corner, and then they started yelling at him, that's before he decided to retreat, he would have got a bit of an idea of how many people were over the other side by the...
From here, yeah. I mean, he didn't stand and count one for one, but yep, he probably got an idea. He would say, that number there, whatever that number there is, plus another 3 or 4 on top of that. So whatever that number there is, plus 3 or 4. A number of people. Most of these people, from what you saw, were... there were a couple of children. There was an old woman. There was an elderly man you saw, and some women here. This woman here picked up the bow, and that not the necessarily no Askell, but she was the one that shot you. Or maybe you do know, actually, because you did see her pointing a bow at you. Any other questions, guys? Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. How many are approaching?
Again, well, for a start, Nicholas, you don't know because you're outside the wall. Any other questions? Okay. If you're all sitting comfortably, you got a drink, you're all ready. Let's start the game. And we are going into rounds. We're kicking off round 1. Initiative. Rolling initiative. And we're off. Jada, you are first to act. So, Jada, you are here. You are here. Invisible. And I'm just going to switch down my my sound effects just a smidge. That's a bit better. You are here. A tribesman. This guy here looks like that. Armed exactly that with that. A shield, a sword at his sides, and a pretty vicious looking axe is running at pace to, well, in this direction. He's got to here. There's this bird thing here. There are 2 bodies immediately by you. This woman with the massive 2-handed sword slain by Askell, and another one slain by Askell. This guy here. Your companions are as described. 2 of them on the ladder. Yotto below, and Nicholas is nowhere to be seen. What does Jada do?
Being invisible, she's going to go towards the ramp ladder.
Yep.
Can't really get up it because the others are on there, so I'll go around the other. Keep going past it and around the side of it. Just get away from that guy.
Okay. What? I guess I need to know what speed she's traveling at and how fast she's moving.
Right. She is running.
She's what? Sorry.
Jogging.
Jogging. Okay, so 1.5 times.
Yeah, not too worried because she's invisible, but doesn't.
So how far can she jog?
You can jog. Yeah, 1.5 base movement, right? So she can 1 times 5. 1 times 5 base movement rate, which is 65. So she can, yeah, she wants to go just by the ladder, by the ramp, just to the side of it.
Okay.
So that the next move will be climbing up it.
So, where?
Just just at the base, down the bottom. Yeah.
There.
To the other side. Because who's that person that's on the left of the ramp?
Yotto was there.
Oh yeah, I'll just stand by him.
Stand by Yotto.
Down there. Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. Done. Anything else you're doing, Jada?
Instant spell shield.
I'm sorry?
Instant spell shield.
Okay. Yep. You the movements that you did was very limited. You were there and you moved there, which is oh no, you've certainly got more than enough to cast a an instant spell. Yep, give me a roll. It only fails on a 1 or a 2.
1 or a 2. 95.
How about that? Yep. Anything else? That's probably about your go, but anything else I should be aware of?
That's it.
That's it. Cool. Next up is Yotto. Now, Yotto, you are completely oblivious to Jada arriving beside you.
So, I mean, essentially what Yotto wants to do, so he's tall, Chris, 6'7".
Yep.
And he has reasonably good agility and quickness.
Yep.
1986. I mean, what he wants to do is get over the wall in the way that he's going to do it as quickly as possible. I don't quite understand the mechanics of the game, right? But intuitively, from where he is, what he wants to do is, rather than run right round to the front of the steps and then run up the steps, which is what he tried to do last time and only got 3/4 of the way out, he'll kind of hop his way up the steps, right? He can jump, so he can kind of miss the bottom of it and then bail and dive over the top of the ramp. So just, the key here is to get over the wall in 10 seconds. Over the wall and around, and he wants to do that in whatever way
cool.
the mechanics of the game make work best.
Cool. So it is actually the way as described. What he did last time is the fastest way for him to do that.
He'll do it again then.
Cool. So if you can help me, please, from those from last time, I'm pretty sure I said I think it was a light maneuver to get to the top, and then followed by now let me just bring up a new window. I'm pretty sure Askell and Nicholas help me out here. I'm pretty sure it was a light maneuver to get to a lighter and easy to run up the steps, and then either a lighter and easy to jump over the end. Does that sound about right?
Yes, one was level 1 and one was level 2. Yes, I can't remember which is easier, light or easy, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, okay. So I think I'm going to say the easy is to run up the stairs, and then so he does 2 maneuvers in a round, and basically as part of it, he just jumps over the rest. The only thing is, there are 2 of his companions directly in front of him on the stairs. So I'm going to make that maneuver.
Chris, before we carry on, can I, in that case, can Yotto do an opportunity action to do just that? And he'll do it at the end of the round after his companion's gone.
Okay, sure. Yep.
Thank you.
Cool, done. Right. Here we go. Right. This guy comes sprinting out and does something. All your backs are turned to him, so you're unsure of what he does. And he gets to here. There is another arrow that comes in your direction. Askell, actually, because you're stationary. Lucky. Askell, you're here, and the arrow comes and smacks into a piece of wood right here. Like right on the steps. It was very, very, very close to you. It missed. That would have hurt.
I think last time Crispy didn't add his magic shield DB as well.
Okay. Please remind me.
Gonna mention that.
Cool. Thank you. Good. Speaking of Askell, it is your turn. You are stunned this round and the next round. Your actions are at 50, or you can operate at 50%. If you want to do a maneuver, you're at -50.
think Asker would just keep stumbling forward.
Okay. So moving up this ladder. If he wants to get, I think for the minuscule couple of steps that he's got in front of him, I am going to ask for a maneuver. It's going to be a routine. He was running up the steps previously. Now he's just kind of shambling up. It's a routine, but it'll be at negative 50. If he's on the ground, I wouldn't ask for this, but because he's up high and he's just been shot with an arrow, I'm asking for it. If he wants to jump over, it would be a slightly harder maneuver. So give me the maneuver to the routine to move up to the top of the ladder. And I'll give you the option, if you want, assuming you make this, I'll give you the option of him either pausing there or attempting to get over the edge if he wishes. Give me the routine.
So he did a 72.
Nice. Plus his agility.
Agility is +8.
+8. He's not wearing armor, we concluded, correct?
No.
Okay. Negative 50, because he's stunned.
And -10 as well.
And -10. Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Look, 80%. So not success. He doesn't get all. He's really a bit. Basically, I'm reading this as he's a bit wobbly. So he gets up a bit further. He doesn't get quite to the top. He gets up to there. He's got basically one more step, and then he's going to jump over the edge. So he's made some progress. I'm going to rule because he didn't get 100%. That's his action this round.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
And perhaps cue heroic slow-mo music as he's...
Yep. He's bleeding. He's kind of woozy. Basically, that's how I'm reading that in my mind.
Yep. Perfect.
Nice. Next up is Nicholas. Nicholas, you jumped over the wall. You can hear the following, Nicholas. Actually, no. What I'd like you to do, please, is to make a communications roll. These people are speaking Alberinian, which your character does speak, but as described to you last time, in the same way that someone speaking English from New Zealand would have trouble understanding somebody from northern Scotland, that's the kind of challenge that you're facing. So, can you give me, please, a roll? Just coming. Here's communications. That's it. So you roll the die and you add on times, and this is affected by both your memory and your reasoning stats divided by 2. And every rank that you have in your language for Alberinian gives you a +10. So what's his skill in Alberinian, please?
His skill in Alberinian is 5.
So 50.
Cool. And his memory and reasoning added together in half is 26.
+20, he's good. Okay, so he's got +76 to this roll. You'd like to think he's got a reasonable chance. Give me a roll, please.
And he rolled a 67.
+67. Which is masked, unfortunately. Because you don't know whether or not you've...
Heard it correctly. Yeah.
What's that, sorry?
I don't know if he's heard it correctly or...
Exactly. Okay. You hear the following, Nicholas. Coming into your channel in just a second. Okay, in your channel now. And that was last round and this round. What does he do, please?
Cool. he would like to use 50% of his action to control the elemental thing. The elemental, the bird.
He can't see it.
Oh, that's fine.
Really? What's the description of the spell?
Yeah. Well, there's been plenty of times when he hasn't been able to see the whispering when he's been controlling it.
True, but he can see through the whispling's eyes. He can't see through this thing's eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe he can. It's a lesser serve elemental. It's lesser whispering, except someone's a weak riding elemental or weak server elemental.
Okay. He can see through its eyes.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Okay.
By the way, apologies. He would. Can you just rotate out so I can just exactly? Yeah. He's wanting to put the bird thing. He's not wanting it to attack. He'll make it move so it's between the steps. The people who are running up and the steps.
Okay, so there are two people. So the critter is aware of this one that was here originally, and then this one who has just run in, and he's here. This man here has just stopped in his tracks and is standing open-mouthed at this 11-foot tall bird thing. So he's wanting to move it to what, here?
Yeah, that's it. Yep, and turn to face them and loom and open its wings wide. And I think it's kind of an elemental that can sort of morph its body at need. It makes limbs at need, so it'll make its wings bigger and open and wide and like.
Okay.
Not attacking it, blocking their path to the ladder, but not attacking and being weird. As weird as possible.
Oh, you think? Okay. All right. Cool. Done. That's
and then.
Yep, that's 50% action. Yep.
He would like to do a perception for 30 and then some talking for 20.
Okay, sure. I love, by the way, Pete, thank you. I love how you, and as encouragement to others, I love how you break down the rounds into percentages. It helps a lot. Thank you. So give me a roll for a perception, please.
16.
16. It could be really good. It could be really bad. Yep. Plus, what's his?
39.
39. Okay. What's he focusing his attention on? What's he looking for?
Well, that's the thing. I'm pretty your call. He was intending to be wanting to be aware of the people who jumped over the wall to his left, the guardsmen. But you said before, perhaps he wasn't aware of that. I thought they were, because there was that time when they were hiding behind that back hut. And I think you did describe them moving up the ladder and stuff. I reckon he might have seen them. I mean, you're cool.
Maybe. Yep. Okay.
But yeah, he's willing to. I mean, he can't see through the wall, so he's done his listening thing. He's wanted to look up and down the wall, basically, and listen to what's happening over the wall.
I don't know. Can he see? Anyway.
Unless he can see through the cracks, possibly.
What do you think?
Well, actually, he can see through the wall through the bird's eyes. So I mean, he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more focused on up and down the wall.
Okay, so up and down the wall. So he looks this way. Let's have a Nicholas cam. Let's have a Nicholas cam. So exactly on his point of view, probably up a smidge. That's probably a little bit harsh, a little bit high. Oh, never mind. There you go. So looks that way. That's what he sees. Looks that way. That's what he sees. Nothing.
Oh, thank you.
And the remaining.
30%, the 20%. He'd like to yell out in Elberinian.
Yes.
And say, "We're leaving your home. We don't want trouble."
Okay.
Yep. And then he'll yell in our party language. I assume it's Westron.
Southtown.
Hang on.
Southtown.
Okay. Cool. He'll yell in Southtown. They're wanting us. They just want us to leave.
Okay. So again, give me a communications roll to see if you can get the words out.
Hope it's masked.
It is masked.
Because I rolled a 2.
Yep. What did we say? Your bonus was 76, I think. Cool. you think you spoke the words in Albernian, this heavily accented Albernian, correctly. You think so. We want to leave, yelling at the top of your voice. We want to leave your home. We're getting out.
Yeah,
Cool.
we don't want to hurt. Leave us alone. We don't want to hurt you.
Okay. Cool.
We're leaving.
Cool. And you told your companions that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were loud. You were very, very loud. This person runs up and comes around here, not that any of you see it, and sees this massive creature with wings. Yeah. A voice, a slightly halting voice, comes back, and again, Pete, this is kind of a freebie because it's coming at you. Give me another roll, please. In Albernian.
15.
15. Again, it's mass. It could be amazing. Okay. Yeah, you hear the following this round, and you can react to it next round. You've definitely had your turn this round, but you've at least you picked up this. Coming. Coming. Okay. Next up is this guy here. Does much the same. Seven. You've seen an arrow smash into the wall. You've seen Askell stagger, bleeding up the wall. An arrow's just hit here. You're here to get up and over the wall. You would need as described previously. You would need an easy. I think I said no. Yes, an easy and then a light to basically leap over that little barricade at the top.
All right, I'll do that.
Cool. So give me. You only needed to complete 30% more of the easy, and if you do that, I'll give you a bonus to the light maneuver for getting up and over the wall. Give me a roll, please.
89.
That's a good roll. 89. Plus your moving and armor skill, which is a negative, I believe.
That is. That's a handy.
I think 12, I think.
12.
Yep.
Yeah.
77. 77. Nice. Very, very nice. That deserves a. Severin, you get to the top with ease. So you move up. You go even further than Askell's one step. You get to the very crest, and really what I'm after is a pretty simple maneuver. There's a little bit of a gap and there's some pointy stakes there to drop down, basically let yourself down safely as Nicholas did without damage. It was a light maneuver. You rolled a 77, which gave you 100, so 70. So I'll give you a plus 20 to this roll because you made it up so easily that last little bit last time. So plus 20 for this light maneuver. Give me a roll, please.
11.
11. Negative 12 plus 20. 11 negative 12 plus 20 is a 19. I think this, and this is the GM kind of figuring things out in my head. There is the previous roll was about making distance, so you could not succeed with 100%, but you had an incremental movement, as Askell did. This maneuver is a success or a fail. You either get over the wall, or you don't get over the wall and drop down safely to the other side. With that roll, you have a 50% chance, 50 or under, Severin, to make it successfully over the wall. 50 or under, and you're good. Give me a roll, please.
93.
93. That's a failure. It's a light maneuver failure, however. Where's the failure column? Give me a roll for the failure. Let's see how bad it is. Hopefully you just freeze. You want a low roll here.
43.
43. 43 minus 10 is a 33. Unfortunately, Severin, as you're about to get over, your foot caught on the last step, and there is a 30% chance of you falling. Negative 20 to any maneuvers for 2 rounds. Can you roll? If you roll under 30, you fall. You want a high roll.
99.
99. Severin, you don't fall, but you're basically off balance. You're off kilter, and for the next 2 rounds, any maneuvers you do will be at negative 20.
Can I turn around?
I'm going to say not. I'm going to say not, because that was all of your actions to get that far up in your heavy armor. I'm sorry. You've got your 3 words, however.
I don't really. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the round. GM's going to head to the.
That was Yotto's action.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yotto.
Yes, so
You're right.
you know what he's going to do, thanks, Pete. Yeah, so you know what he's going to do, Pete. Up and over. Obviously, both of the characters are there. When he gets to the top, he's going to try and jump between the 2 of them to make it over.
Okay. So I'm going to say the
Can you just hang out for a second, Pete? Pete.
no,
Chris?
just a second. Just hang on. Let me just describe what's going to happen. So to run up, it's going to be an easy maneuver. But instead of the light maneuver that Severin or Askell needed, he's got to move his way through both of them and basically not knock either of them off. To do that, I'm going to say to get off is a hard maneuver. It's quite tight up there, so he's got an easy maneuver to get to the top and a hard maneuver to force his way between them and then jump over the other side.
Can I ask a technical question about how the game works, Chris? So the easy maneuver, I guess I roll, and the easy maneuver run up. How difficult is the hard maneuver going to be in terms of dice rolls and his whatever bonuses he gets?
So it will be the same. Both bonuses he gets will be, because he doesn't wear armor. He's not using a maneuvering and armor roll. So it's based on his agility. So the easy maneuver is based on his agility, and then to force his way through Askell and Severin, the gap in the middle, it'll be based on his agility too. To get 100%, and the second roll is an all or nothing roll. So he either succeeds or he fails this, as Severin just attempted to do last time. To get 100% is a result of 126. To get a 50%, he needs a 76 or higher.
So he's going to have to roll 76, and if he does, he won't get to the top of the stairs.
No, No. Here we go. I'll show you.
Sorry. I apologise for being a bit dumb.
That's all right. No trouble. So you can see on screen. Here's the easy maneuver. These results here are incremental results. So he doesn't, unless he rolls, 101 down, he actually will fail. But so long as he gets 66 or higher, he will get to the top and he'll be able to complete the hard maneuver. The hard maneuver is an all or nothing. If he rolls a 126 or better, he automatically succeeds, and then he has increments of success. 90% chance of doing it, 80%, 70%, 60%, 50%, 40%, 30, 20, 10, 5%.
Super helpful, yeah.
Yep. So he needs to get up to the wall, he needs to get a 66 or better to be 100% successful for the easy, to run up. And then he needs to roll whatever to give himself a high percentage. So your choice of whether or not you wish to do it.
Cool. Now, I told you what I want to use that opportunity action for. Can I change the opportunity action or not?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. At a penalty of 10%. So you have 90% left to act.
Okay, so can he use his shock ring to zap one of these dudes? So essentially lean out, fire it off, roll back, undercover. Because that's 75% action, right? And then he'll use 1085.
He can, yes.
So he's going to do that instead. He's still got 2 of these shot bolts.
Yeah.
So he'll lean out, blast the first guy he can see, I hope.
Okay. Okay. So you can see, let's have Yotto Cam here. Oops. Yotto Cam coming into play now. Here's Yotto Cam. So Yotto, you can see, that guy's rather irritating in the way. You can see this guy here very, very clearly. Oops, the birdie is actually standing upright. So you can see one, you've got a clear shot there. You could even shoot through here if you wished. And you would.
I'll just leave.
Interrupt for a second. Can I just check, Giles? Did Yotto hear what Nicholas said?
Well, he heard that they want us to leave, right? He doesn't really want to hit them. He wants to frighten them away because at the moment, as we run up, they're going to shoot us. I mean, they're not behaving in a way that suggests they want us to leave.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to check.
He would have heard, wouldn't he? Because he understands the 4, Chris, so he would have understood what Nicholas said.
Nicholas said all they want is for us to leave. Is what I just wanted to check that you'd registered that Nicholas had pulled back.
What does Yotto do?
Yeah, no. So he's going to lean out. Like he said, doesn't even particularly need to hit them. He just wants to frighten them off.
Okay.
So he might fire and deliberately miss.
Okay, great. So give me a shot, and you can tell me where you want this to go.
So he'll just fire, at the ground in front of this guy, making it's going to be blindingly obvious to this dude. He's not trying to hit him. He's firing at his feet.
All right, cool. Give me 10%. So you had 100%. That's now down to 90. You can spend 75% casting. You do need this is unprepared, obviously. Give me a roll.
It doesn't need to be unprepared because it's using this ring.
Correct. You still need to prepare using this ring.
Okay, fine. Let's have a punt and see what happens.
Okay. Give me a roll. 53. 53 plus. Hang on. You also on. Now, I know you're not actually aiming for this guy, but there we go, not this person. What's his skill with... It's half his fire bolt, I believe, so it'll be 26 or something like that.
No, so his firebolt mastery is 102, so it'll be 51.
No. The skill with firebolt is what I'm after, not mastery. Nothing to do with mastery. You have a skill in fire bolt. I've got it here. It's 55. So half of 55 is 27. 27. And what was the roll, please?
53.
53. Cool. Brilliant. So absolutely, it's a lightning bolt. Is that correct?
Shock bolt.
Shock bolt. Yeah. Okay. Shock bolt. Lovely. So here we go. It goes off, and if you were aiming for him, Giles... Oh, no, I didn't. Actually, hang on. I didn't put the negative 30 for no preparation. So, you wouldn't have hit him because you didn't prepare, but you didn't misfire, so you can put the shock bolts pretty much wherever you like, apart from this guy.
Close enough to his feet that he knows it's aimed at him, and also should be absolutely obviously aware that I'm not actually trying to hit him.
Cool. So you
Just
make...
so you know, Chris, I have no skill of 55 on my skill sheet. I've directed spells at 80, and I've spell mastery at 102, that's it.
80.
We'll come back to that later.
Sorry? Okay, so it's 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, you change it. So you get half of your firebolt for directed spells. So 80. So 40. So there is a blast, and it hits the ground. Why isn't this working with my... Anyway, it hits the ground right here, where the cursor is, and you make it obviously apparent that you're not going for him. Smash, it goes into the ground. That is the end of the round. Initiative, rolling initiative, and GM's going to head to the loot. Back in a sec.
Sorry, Giles. I was like, oh, pretty sure that they know we're on our way out. Okay.
That's a good call. Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they have a go at us or if they retreat, what they're going to do, right? Because if they fire at us, then we've got to fire back at them. No, that's not the actions of people who want us to leave. But
no, but the
yeah, no.
I mean,
thanks for the heads up. Yeah, no, it's important.
Just because I think you know, yeah. Who are you? You killed the foreigners. So the question that we killed the foreigner scum. Just fuck off and take that thing with you, meaning the bird. So,
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we can retreat and yeah. But yeah, good idea, Herschel. So hey, you know, we could kill you. We're choosing not to. So nice move.
And, one presumes if we can take opportunity actions and they don't fire at us, they let us know. We should then be able to take our time to get over the wall, right? We're obviously on the way out. That would be the intuitive way to behave.
Well, Nicholas will have another go at yelling at them just to say, you know, that was a warning shot. We could be attacking you. We just wanted to kill the foreigner scum, the T-cost bastards or something. Yeah, he'll say something like that.
I presume that Nicholas can see what's going on because Nicholas can see through Tweedy's eyes, right?
Through Tweedy, yeah. Well, I assume so, but also, I mean, we all heard that sound effect of the shock bolt, so
Good point.
Nicholas is also yelling, so it'll be good for... I'm glad that people are joining him next round, hopefully.
Getting over this is proving to be difficult. It would be fair to say.
It seems so funny that these maneuvers are misnamed, you know, light maneuver. Well, it's so easy, or the easier light. Why can't we do it?
It's like we get this quite often, don't we? Where we seem to be just like in glue, almost.
So that's the rules of the game, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, understandably, for Shepard in a way, I mean, if he's walking around with a tin can, you know, yeah.
So...
Next round.
6 foot.
Yeah, next round. Alrighty. Jada. You've just seen Yotto stand out and quite dramatically blast the grounds right here. What do you do?
I'm going to climb up the ramp.
Okay. Okay. So you have a little bit further to go. So what is that distance? So from there to there. 10 foot. Yep. So put this at a little bit of a minus for you. So same rules apply. For you, you will need the same as mentioned to Yotto. Oh. Why isn't there we go? That's better. So first, a easy maneuver to get up the ramp, but I'll give it a -10 because you've got a bit of distance to cover, a little bit more distance to cover at the bottom, and then followed by a hard maneuver. This is based on your agility. Give me a roll, please.
$98.
Nice, Jada. Roll again, please.
30.
30. Good rolling. Plus your agility, please.
Uh, 18.
Sorry?
18.
1/8 plus 18. Now set a slight penalty because you've got a little bit of distance to cover, so a -10. That is, however, a whopping 136, which gives you 120% success. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say that was such a fantastic roll. So basically, Jadar dances around Askell, rushes up, not running, but jogs up, gets to the top of the stairs. Here, oh look at that, balancing perfectly. I'm going to give you, to get up and over that lip and to drop down without taking damage, I'm going to ask you to make the hard roll. But with the hard roll, because of that really successful run, you get a +20 on top of this. Give me a roll, please.
Okay.
You want a good one here?
I think I've used up all my good ones.
Maybe.
Oh, 91. No, I haven't.
Nice. 91 plus 18 plus 20 is 129. Look at that.
I'm flying.
129. That is 100% success. I would say. Nice rolling. Actually, have I got another? Yeah, I've got this. I'm going to say. Yep, and a little clap and a wee.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Jada, you get up, you force your way in between a bleeding and stunned Askell and a slightly a slightly slower Severin. You grab onto the edge of the walls and you drop down. It is a heck of a drop, however. You take no damage because of that successful roll, but the force of the impact, suddenly you're visible again. You're on the other side of the wall. But you are definitely visible again. The shock and the impact of falling down, while you took no damage, you are visible. You do, because I'm a kind, magnanimous, good-looking, generous, and modest GM, I'm going to say you don't land on Nicholas, but whoever comes next might land on you. You're there.
Oh, no.
Good job, Jadar. That was a very... To anybody else that needs to see how it's done, that's how it's done. Nice rolling, Jadar. And that was a hard maneuver in there as well, rather than a light. Yotto, you've just unjustifiably brutalized some dirt with your lightning bolt. Your shock bolt. What do you do, please?
Yeah, I got an opportunity action to get up and over the steps.
Same as last time. Done. Next up is yeah, this guy here with the spear. Do a lot. Let's have a look. Okay. In with again, Nicholas, can I ask for a roll from you to understand some words that are being yelled at you?
Or oh, 84.
It's a shame it's masked. It's a real shame it's masked. Oh, can you roll again, please?
60.
Okay. Yep, and we said that your skill was 50 with your language, and then 26. 26, yep. 76. Okay. Free blob, skiddly doo, milly boop, bork, 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 skiddly whoosh, 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 bork, 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 bork. You've got no idea what was just yelled at you.
That's definitely Scottish.
Yeah. No.
No.
Someone said something that maybe they're panicked or something. You just didn't catch it.
Yep. Got it.
Okay. Next. 7. You've just I was going to say you've just seen, actually you haven't seen, you felt Jada push past you, and you've just perhaps noticed her at the very bottom of the
yeah, jump over the wall, avoiding her if possible.
Okay. So the way I have this in my head is you basically getting up over and in one swift movement, grabbing onto the top and dropping yourself down. To try to avoid Jadar, I'm going to say that's going to be hard, I think.
Okay, I won't bother. If I hit her, I hit her. We just got to get out of here.
Okay.
I'm already at minus 20, so it's not really gonna.
All right, cool. So this is a light maneuver. It's all or nothing. Negative 20. Give me a roll.
30.
30. Negative 12 for your armor. Negative 20 is a negative 2.
He could just lean over, couldn't he?
You've got a 30% chance, 30 or under, to do this.
Why is it negative 20? Sorry.
Because he was stunned for failing the maneuver. 30 or under, you're successful.
Got an interesting botany, I think.
What's the roll?
80.
80. It's another failure. Give me a roll, please.
11.
11. That's handy. Negative 10. You hesitate and fail to act. So you're just wobbly on top of this wall. You haven't got your balance. You're out of whack, and it is quite a drop. That's call it 16, 17 foot down. It's quite a long way down. You are trying to do this maneuver. One other option for next round, and perhaps I should have said, the way that these maneuvers are working is for you to be able to get over and drop down safely. If you just want to leap over and you're happy to take the damage, that's an option for you next round. And that would be an easier maneuver. If all you're wanting to do is just get up and run over and jump, You can do that, but you will take falling damage. That's Severin's turn. Nicholas.
Nicholas will call out to them in Elverinian.
Yep.
I don't understand what you said.
Yep.
We are leaving. That was a warning shot. We don't want to hurt you. We are leaving.
What was a warning shot?
The shot block.
How do you know that?
Because he didn't see it come past the bird, and because he heard it.
The birds. Yeah, arguable, but whether he'd get that. But okay, give me a communication roll, please.
$82.
82. Okay.
Could be good, could be bad. 76.
Yep, sure. Yep, and with that, you get this in response, and I'm not going to ask you to translate it because that was a good roll from you. So it comes back. You do get it this time. That you can respond. You can respond again. It sounds like that definitely.
He wouldn't be laughing. I'd like to share this later. Sorry, everyone. All thinking.
What does he say?
Hey. Sorry, I can read it again. The thing will leave when we do. We were just here to kill the foreigner bastards, the Turang bastards. We're leaving. I don't know why they can't get over the wall. Oh.
And
oh, that's enough for this round, I assume. Or can you respond to that?
I mean, this has happened in I'd say this is probably 30%. Yeah, with the response to that.
Cool. Yeah, he'll say, we don't like them interfering with our homes either. They,
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, sorry, meaning them, the fucking Turang people, getting into our business, interfering with our homes, our countries. Yeah, let's give him that message.
Okay. Interesting. So that would be 30% of Nicholas's action. I mean, this exchange has taken 3 or 4 seconds.
Yep.
So 3 seconds. 4
cool.
seconds. Oh, I'm going to say 40%. So he's got 60% left to act.
He'll say, please stop shooting us. Please stop firing. And he'll say in South tongue, hurry up and get over the wall. Yeah, basically. And just jump, I'll land you.
Okay. Okay, cool. Done. Next Pete.
Sorry, does he have 10% action left? He didn't want to use up.
Yes, he's got 10% left. Yep. You hear you can't make it out, But the tribesmen are all speaking, kind of yelling at each other. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but yeah, they're based on presumably what you said. One of them says something, and this is a freebie for you, Pete. Just see if you pick up what they say.
Do I roll? Sorry, do you want me to roll?
Yeah, one last roll. One of them yells something.
2.
Again, don't forget, this could be incredible. Yeah. So at the top of his voice, you hear one of them say, that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Does he have any response? Nicholas, no,
He's out of action. Unless he wants to use his slot. He's got a 10%.
No, not going to use that.
Okay. Cool. Askell.
Right. Askell would like to complete his... so still technically stunned this round.
Yep.
So he wants to complete the move of leaping off. Can he cast a snap spell? Because he's got landing. Is it enough action, or nah? He'll just have
no. So stunned. For this number of rounds, the target may not attack. They may only parry with half their offensive bonus due to normal quickness, due to quickness, shield, etc. is not effective. The only other actions allowed are movement and maneuvers, both modified by -50. He can't. He has the required action left, but the rules are saying, basically, the rules saying your head's spinning, you're not feeling good, you can't cast a spell.
Okay.
So can I jump in? Nicholas intends to cast landing on him because that's what Nicholas is. So.
Okay. So he's got a minuscule. He's got 10% to get to that top stair, which is an easy maneuver, and then a light maneuver modified by -20 for being stunned to get over. Give me a roll, please.
Ooh, 4.
4. That's maybe a failure. So roll again, please.
Oh. 92.
Oh God. Okay.
You are cueing the heroic music, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Platoon style.
-20 is -108. What is his agility, please?
It is +8.
+8. Okay. So that's -100. Would you believe this is an easy maneuver? Even the chart wants you to get over it, Askell. So even with a failure, that is enough. And followed by a 92. That is enough for you to actually take the tiny step that you need to make successfully and get you up. I don't believe it. You're not stunned as a result. Incredibly. You now have the option of either jumping, which would be an easy maneuver, but you're a routine maneuver actually to jump, but you would take falling damage, or a light maneuver to let yourself down. Your call.
He'll do with a light maneuver.
Done. It's a -20. Give me a roll.
$77.
77 plus 8, -20 is a 65. That gives you a pretty healthy 80% chance, 80 or under, and you manage, even in your stunned, bleeding state, to drop off the wall and fall on top of Jada. Give me a roll, please.
26.
26, you're fine. Askell, you're up over the wall. Hooray. And lock, and you do pretty much that. I'm going to say there is a chance. I'm going to say a 30% chance that you land as he did just there in the middle. If it's above that, he lands on either Jada or Nicholas. Give me a roll, please. So 1 to 30, he lands in the middle. 30 to 60 falls on Jada. Above 60, he lands on Nicholas. Give me a roll, please.
23.
23. Bam! There you go. There you go. That's what we're talking about. That's how it's done.
I thought you were going to say his outputs on the palisade as he's trying to go over, and he's
No. That's cool. At long
dangling
last,
and kicking his leg.
long last, you're over the wall. Yes, no, he's over. And he doesn't land on his companions.
Nice.
Excellent. Next up. It's the end of the round, apart from Yotto, who had a declared action.
Okay, so can I just use 3 words first?
Sure.
So he's going to yell at Nicholas, is it safe?
No response, Nicholas. You've got 10%, Nicholas. You're on mute, Pete.
Oh, he'll say yes. Yes.
In which case, Yotto is just going to walk up the stairs
Cool.
as far as he can. He can move 67 feet, and it's his movement. So he's just going to wander on up. Just trust in Pete.
Cool. All right, so give me the
He's going to
same.
move nice and slow and careful. He's going to do, whatever he needs to do to just, minimize any risk of there being any problem.
Sure. So give me a routine to walk up.
Roll 10.
Sorry?
10.
10 plus agility.
Oh, his agility is 13.
Yep. So his feet just don't quite manage to make it. He stumbles at the very beginning. He loses a bit of time, and whoops. There is at least now space at the top of the ladder. He gets to the top, or almost at the top. He gets 90% of the way up, and that's his round. Next up. Oh no, that's the end of the round. Initiative. Rolling initiative.
Chris, can I just check? No one fired at us for that round, did they?
Correct.
So in which case, do we need to be in rounds? Can't we just carefully get ourselves over the wall, trusting they're not going to shoot us?
I don't know. Can you?
Well, I'm asking you.
Yep. So we're still in rounds. Okay. Jada, you just landed on the other side. What do you do?
Very uncomfortable being visible, so I do not like being seen.
Yep.
So I'm going to crouch down behind that rock.
Which one?
The one that we're standing right by. Just going to move
This one here?
across.
Okay.
Yep, to the others and sit down.
Okay.
Crouch down.
Down there.
Oh no, on the other side. On the other side. Yeah, just there.
Okay. Done. Cool.
And weapon at the ready.
Okay. Done. Yotto.
Okay, so he's right at the top of the stairs, right?
He's got 10% more. Exactly the same as Askell. Give me a roll, please. It's a failure. Give me a roll, please. Does he slip? Or potentially a failure.
68.
1 minus 68. And what's his agility, please?
13.
Plus 13. 50. Negative 50. Negative 54. 30, however, was enough. You get up the minimal amount that you needed to get up to the top stair, and you can now your choice of either jumping over at a routine or dropping yourself down as a light maneuver. Your choice.
How much of my action have I used?
You've used 30%.
And how much is it going to use am I going to use to hop over?
All of it, the remainder.
Well, so, I mean, what he actually is going to do then is he's going to take a good look so we can make sure when he hops over, he doesn't land on anyone.
Okay. So glances down. He can... Yep, you can see there's a space there.
Okay, so if he's still got the ability to do it, then he'll hop over. Sorry, give me those two choices again, Chris.
So routine maneuver where he basically just jumps and will take falling damage, most likely. But it's a much easier maneuver. Or a light maneuver where he pauses, gets down, grabs onto the top of the barricades and basically drops himself down without damage.
He'll do that.
Okay, give me a roll.
Yeah, he'll do that.
It's a light maneuver.
Roll it, Chris.
Yes, please.
47.
47 and plus 13.
Correct.
Yotto, you've got an 80% chance of success. 80 or under.
Three. Sometimes rolling low rules.
Yep. Success. Yotto, you come out here. And you drop. On the other side.
Thanks, Chris.
On the other side. Next up. Next is Askell. Askell.
So he's no longer stunned.
Correct.
So I guess it would be looking around and just ask what next.
Okay.
Head to the grassy knoll.
Okay. So
Yep, that would be his question.
He moves, or just ask that question?
He's just asking the question because
Okay.
if there's everyone standing around him, he'd be questioning why we aren't all running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that would be his question. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what others respond in their turn. Next up is 7.
He'd like to call out to Nicholas, "Catch me, Hardy," or something similar, and and after Nicholas has acted, he will just get over the wall in whatever's the most inelegant, fastest way
Done.
possible. Just lean forward. I don't care.
Okay. So a routine maneuver to get himself up and over.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. But waiting for Nicholas to respond first, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Nicholas, you're next.
Thanks. Nicholas will respond to Severin. Yes, he will cast landing on Severin, so he'd like to reserve 10% of his action to do that.
Cool.
And we'll be casting landing on Severin.
And
He would like to move. If there's, he'll either suggest Ask will move, or he'll move himself to make space if Severin needs a space to land. Does Nicholas need to move to make space for Severin to land safely?
I've put Severin there. Probably more likely to land on Yotto rather than anybody else, but there's probably enough room there for him to do that.
Cool. We'll go for that. Cool. Then he would like to reserve 50% of his action to move the bird thing after Severin's move.
Okay.
So he's intending that Severin's action is complete. Nicholas would then like to control the bird thing and make it move away or leave or whatever.
All right. Sure.
Yeah. So he's got 40% left to talk. He'd like to yell out. So he said to Severin, yes, he will make him land.
Yep.
He'd like to yell out to people on the other side, we're leaving. Sorry for your loss. There's another scum in the house further up the wall.
Uh-huh.
We are leaving. Can you put the body of our companion that they killed outside your gate, please?
Cool. I was going to give you a free interaction, but there's quite a lot of information there, so I am going to ask for a communication roll, please, Pete.
Sure. 63.
63 could be very good. May not. Okay. Okay. There's a pause, and let's try to get Severin over the wall, and we'll do this little conversation. So Severin,
Cool.
You need to do a routine, which is basically falling over the edge of the wall, jumping over the edge of the wall. You do have a negative 20 to this. It's based on your armor. Give me a roll, please.
Oh, hang on. Roll 1.
What was the roll?
79.
79. Good roll. 79 minus 12, negative 20. How about that? No percentage required. That was 100% successful. Severin, you basically topple over the wall, jump over, topple over, whatever you want to call it. You are over. Nicholas, can you please... You're waiting and you're watching for this to happen. Can you please cast your landing roll? It fails on a 1 or a 2. Give me a roll.
Got a 98.
98. The spell goes off. Well, out of interest, what is the description of the spell? What does it actually do?
Landing allows the target to land safely in a fall of up to 20 foot per level.
Yep.
So that's 140 foot.
Yeah, there you go.
And at that distance off any wonka falls.
Perfect.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Severin, you are now down on the ground, safely, on the outside of the wall. And Nicholas, I'm just going to finish off this round. I'm just going to... So you said all of that. There's a pause, and then this comes back at you.
he get a chance to respond?
Yes, with 40%, definitely. He's got plenty.
Cool. So he will say the house that the spearman was in looks like a house to him. Is there a better description of it?
House. Yeah, house.
Yeah. The house near the corner. And Nicholas will point. He knows he can't see them. You know, as you all do.
Okay.
Yeah. I suppose bird can point.
Okay. What is happening? What is happening with the bird? By the way, you meant to say.
Once Severin's down, it will stay on the ground and move backwards. It will bow down respectfully, and then it will, with as much movement as it can, it will visibly retreat. It will retreat across the ground and then slowly take off up into the sky, and I don't know, sort of circle back over to behind where the gate is. That sort of thing.
Okay. Up and out.
Sort of. Yeah, up and out, but it's obviously leaving.
Yes.
So
and
he will say, "Our dead friend by the gate."
Okay.
We assumed the Turan bastards killed her.
Okay. Part of the spelling. And that's it for this round. We now come out of rounds. I will, however, go through actions. So starting with Nicholas, what do you do?
He would
in the next next couple of minutes. What do you plan to do?
I'm assuming that we're going to go up to perhaps where the top of the hill where we started, and once in a safe place, he would want to tell Parsley what the gist of the conversation. And I might taste the chat just because it was funny. That's all right. He will just relay exactly the conversations he's had, and then ask. And if anyone wants him to do further communication, anyone's got any ideas, he's happy to do that in the meantime. So if that means straight away, if someone's got an idea whilst we're at the walls, he would want to do further talking. Otherwise, he'll relay when we're up top and respond to what's needed from anyone there.
Okay, so heading up to the top of the hill and having a conversation as appropriate. Cool.
With them, with the other people, or with the party. Yep.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, if I post the chat in?
Sure, yeah, of course. Jadar, could you just give me a sense of what Jadar does in the next couple of minutes, or her immediate plan in the next couple of minutes, please? And I'll kind of describe what happens.
Waiting to see what the other guys want to do. So hiding with my weapon out. Just not sure what's going to happen next. Waiting to see which direction they want to go in.
Okay. Okay. Askell.
He would be looking around for Jadar, and then once he sees her, he would just be, Jadar, I'm in need of your help. Clutching his
bleeding injury. Yeah.
Injury. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yotto. In the next couple of minutes.
Just sense check, centre himself, and then make sure other people are all right.
Okay. Severin.
Suggest that we get back to where we were already. Maybe help Askell carry him, or stop the blood flow, and but maybe just get out of here and maybe get out of sight. What do you think?
Yep.
Like trudge back to where we left the guides.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out down the wall in case of bowmen appearing on anything. Readying deflections if required.
Okay, sure thing. Just quickly, Askell and Jadar, are you wanting to head back to the top of the hill? There'll be another 2 rounds of blood loss for Askell, or do you want to do first aid and healing right here, right now?
Back to the hill.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
2 rounds.
2 rounds. Yep.
Yep.
So you're on 22 hits when you get to the top of the wall.
Yep.
You're feeling pretty bloody awful, Askell. So you get up to where you started from, which has only been a matter of a few minutes, but seems like a lifetime ago. There's 3 counters there, yep. Perhaps of no surprise to anybody, there is no... What's that? Is there 4 there? Should only be 3. I've got 2 of him. You relocate. 2 rounds is maybe a little bit generous, but anyway, you relocate to back to where you were. I guess actions from Jadar and Askell is probably the most pressing immediately. Jadar, Askell, what do you do? Say.
I think Askell would just show her his arm, and just point out he's feeling a little woozy.
Cool.
Right, I still need to do diagnostics though, eh?
Yeah, I mean, yep, you can if you wish. He's certainly bleeding. That's apparent to everybody. But in terms of the rest of the injury,
Hang on a minute. Okay, I'll do diagnostics, which is I rolled a 9, and my diagnostics is 90.
it's a mast for diagnostics, of course, because of course you don't know what it is, but at plus a 90, okay. So diagnostics takes how long does diagnostics actually take to do? Did put this down somewhere. Where did I put it? Night injuries, blah 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 blah. Maneuver, blah 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 blah. Characters. Oh, for God's sake, where did I put it? Diagnosis. Yep. So this is going to take you 30 seconds to have a really good look over him, Jada. So 3 more rounds of hits. 3 and 6, 22 minus. You're on 16 hits, Askell. At the end of 30 seconds, Jada, of kind of poking and prodding him, you come to the conclusion he's bleeding, and he's taken some Can you remember the critical, Askell? Top of your head? I can't. Can you remember?
B/, I think.
The B/, cool, thank you. Haskell?
Yeah, sorry, I don't have... I'd have to mount the sheet.
Yeah, let's have a look. B/, and it wasn't... Yes, here we go. Minor forearm wounds, 2 hits per round, and at -10, 4 hits. Basically, it's a pretty superficial wound, is what you've concluded. You think it'll probably heal on its own, but you could perhaps speed up the healing of it if you wished. But he's obviously bleeding.
minor wound. He's
Mm,
bleeding out very rapidly.
What's that? What's that? Anthony?
No, I was laughing at is it's a minor wound, but he's been bleeding out. Yeah.
So with this one, do I heal the muscle? Do I stop the blood, or do I do the healing hits concussion thing? If it's going to heal itself. What do you prefer, Askell? Muscle, blood, or hits per round? Concussion.
Well, I thought we need to stop the hits per round.
Okay.
So to slow that down, and then probably just some hit points after that.
One.
Yeah, if we're going to rest overnight or something.
So healing 5 heals 5 to 50 hits. Or regeneration 1 hit per round.
Yeah, but we've got to stop the bleeding first, right?
Just first aid, so I just bandage it. So my first aid roll is first aid. It's hopefully high, 95.
Okay.
I'll roll for this first aid.
Yep. So hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. So first aid takes unless carrying actual prepared bandages, you need to create bandages, which takes a round each to do them. He's bleeding 2 hits per round, so it takes you 2 more rounds to do that, and then a round to apply them, so that's another 3. Another 2 rounds, so that's another 4 rounds of bleeding. 4 times 2 is 8. You're on 22 minus 8. You're on 16 hits, Askell. And you rolled a what? 95? Is that right? For the first aid?
Oh, where is it?
Wasn't he on 16 and now he'd be down to 8?
Can I just chip
yes.
in?
Yes.
If Nicholas was there, he's got prepared bandages and he'd offer them up.
I haven't rolled for first aid yet.
Well, I thought you did. You rolled the 95.
No, it was a 9 for the diagnostics. I think. Yeah.
Yep.
But you said your skill was 95.
My skill was 95.
Okay.
Sorry.
So give me a roll for the bandages, please.
22.
For the first aid, please.
22.
22. Cool. 22 plus 95 is 117. Success. You stop the blood flow. The wounds will not open. It does take, however, another 2 rounds to do that. So that's another 4 hits. So Askell, you are on now 12 hit points.
I have him at 4 hit points.
Sorry, I forgot the other 4. Yes, cool.
Yeah, he was down to 8, then another 4, which would make him 4.
Yeah. So he's about to pass out, and in the nick of time, Jadar rips up some clothing and binds his injury. You're now no longer bleeding. What do you do? Collectively, what do you do? GM's going to get a drink.
Nicholas will be watching. I suppose he'll move to a position we can watch with the whistling, if that helps. So yeah, they're going to hopefully going to put Tanya outside the gate. We just don't collect her, and then I reckon we're just stay where we are to rest. I don't know.
That was good talking, by the way, Nicholas. That was very good.
Oh, thank you. We did kill some of their number. So we're not entirely in the sphere, but what do we? So I reckon see if we can get Tanya stabilised and back with us, maybe. Do you think we're safe staying where we are, or do we need to find a better place?
I reckon if we get Tanya, let's retreat further.
I reckon we have to be careful of the 2 people who that severely injured guard who just ran up the ladder and jumped over the wall. Got to watch out for him because he seems quite miraculous.
I've put in
And the other one.
I put in the chat what Severan's doing.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I just feel like there's too many of them, right? We're
Also, there's no. I don't think we've got anything to gain by attacking them.
no.
We don't particularly need information that we're not. Well, perhaps we will get information. Well, perhaps that was your suggestion, was it, Charles? If
Why doesn't Yotto
Severin
go
does
and
some
grab
parleying.
Tenya? That's right. And then we'll give those earbuds to Severin, who can cry and parley for information of some description. I mean, we've got nothing to lose, and if they're not going to talk to us, then we'll just bugger off.
I think we just go.
Well, if we could get a negotiation with them that they're not going to come and chase us and kill us, it'll be great.
They're a
But-
TTP behind the wall, right?
No, they killed. Sorry, that's a really important point. I think we've forgotten to mention to you.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Graham.
Right. They're not there anymore.
Before the wyvern arrived,
Yeah.
there was shouting from the main house about betrayal, and the villagers, set upon one of the TPP people.
I
Right.
think they're all of the characters in black are dead.
Yeah.
Assuming they're TPP.
Yep, the characters in black are dead. There's that guardsman in the hut. I think there might be perhaps one more soldier inside the walls, maybe more. But those other two, scarpered, and also part of it. Sorry, Graham didn't include this. Part of the conversation that they had with Nicholas was that they claimed that they were shouting when they thought that we were with the TPP. They were shouting, you imprisoned us, all that sort of stuff. So it sounds
Why
like
don't we kill any of the TPP that are left, and then see what information they can provide us with.
yeah, well, we have to be a bit careful because we did kill some of them. Be aware. Who knows? Anyway,
Well, yeah, I mean, he doesn't mind. Maybe if Nicholas and Severin went down and shouted to them over the wall,
don't know.
just
At least
tell them we're moving on and sorry to trouble you, but we were told there was a TTP fortress and we just want to take our wounded and our dead and just leave.
Yeah, we could try that. Yeah, once 10 years outside the wall, maybe.
Yeah.
It's oh, okay. You say you put what Severin's doing in the chat.
Oh, just that he had his bow out.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just scanning the bushes just in case.
Yeah, good idea.
Because there are two of those guards out there somewhere, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they Blueskins or are they?
No. I believe they were spearmen. They were the soldiers.
We want to look for our guides.
Well, we could go and knacker them.
Good time, what, sorry?
Well, we could go and knacker them. And
The
see
two
if,
guards.
yeah, see if we can capture one.
Oh, true. We could do some questioning.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what. Does well, obviously Askel's not in good shape, but if Jada stayed with Askel, could the rest of us go and just walk around the back to that path and see if we come across the spearmen? Because we're actually pretty.
Because don't you need to pick up Tenya at some point too? Isn't they going to drop her out the gate?
Yeah, that's the Blueskins, right?
Blueskins will drop her outside the gate. The two soldiers jumped over at the gate.
So it's just whether they're still around.
Yeah.
What's happening with them? If we backed up from the hill and went round the path that way, we might come across them.
Mm-hmm. But I think Nicholas might use the... Yes.
Right, okay, that's
The ones that don't go over the wall are. Yeah, I believe.
in which case we want the people who have arrows to be ready to fire at them, and those who don't have arrows, so Askel and Yotto, I guess, could run point, go get Tanya. If we rest, we'll get our power points back, get some of our hit point back, and then we can try to parley with these people.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is if we go down the path, if we bump into them, we don't, we do, we don't, and then we'll parley with the Let's stick together. Parley with the. If we don't bump into those two guards, parley to get our dead back. And then
That's already happening. They've said they will put her outside the wall.
Oh, okay, all right. Should we just go around and see if we can find these guards then?
Yep. But first, I think Nicholas should. Nicholas. So, just whilst healing is happening, Chris. Sorry, Nicholas would want to use the whistling to see what's happening inside the farm, if possible. And I don't think I can hear you.
Can't because my my mic was down. This mic was up. Sure thing. Yes. So having a look around the farm. So the bird has gone. Have we decided that? You've dispelled it, or it's no longer there?
It's so far as I'm aware, it lasts for the duration. It's its own entity. It is an elemental.
Okay.
But he is happy to park it somewhere and just leave it there to run out the duration. I mean, perhaps on the ground near our camp, perhaps not right down on the ground so it's not as visible. I don't know. No, just away from us, wherever he can put it away from us.
So yes, your little ball, while Askell, while the length, while Askell was healed, first aided, there was quite a lot of time that elapsed. So yes, you can see through your little ball. It's obviously not that big. It's tiny. It's only 2 inches. But yeah, you see several things. There are 4 Blueskin people. A couple of them are wiping away, you presume, tears. Quite upset. They start. One of them at least starts looking at the bodies. So this person here. Do I have an image of them? I might. No, that's not what I was after. This guy here. This is the one that Askell, you felled, and the Blueskin on the grounds takes up a knife and scalps him, and does the same for the woman. Firstly, this one, and then this woman here. One of them's still alive, or a couple of people are still alive. They were. This may sound like a similar injury you may relate to Yotto/Tarquin. They have been paralyzed in the back. One of them is still conscious and has her throat slit. This one here, I believe it was. And then this one here is unconscious and also is dispatched, and both of them are scalped. One of the tribes people does that. 1, 2. Should be a 4th. Where's the 4th gone? These 2 at least make their way over here, and you can't see anything. Sorry, you can't hear anything, Nicholas. You can hear things, but you can't see anything. Sorry, you can see things, but you can't hear anything, at least through the Whistling's ears. But they go inside this building here, and a short while later, they come out. One of them's nursing a slight injury on his arm, but they're both kind of wiping blood off their weapons, and they come up and rejoin their companion. I thought there was a 4th. Just have a look. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it was only 3. Yeah, that's probably that's what happens while Askell's being healed. Anything else?
So where's that other upside down one to the right?
Sorry?
No, that one's one of the enemies. There's that one there. Isn't that one of the...
Oh yeah, so they scalp him too. So this guy, they scalped 2 people. They scalped 4. One, the 2 that Askell killed. This one here, and
Yotto killed.
and which Yotto killed, and then this one, this woman here.
Severin killed.
Yep. So 1 woman scalped, 2 women scalped, and 1. And I don't have the image for the other one, but we on screen here.
So I just thought that one there was your 4th person you're looking for.
Yes, it was. Thank you. That was the 4th. Yes, there are 4. So actually, it was 3 of them. I knew there were 4. I didn't. Thanks, Pete. I must have turned them upside down by accident. No,
right.
he is one of the locals, and these 3 went up, and there was a pause, and they came out wiping blood off their weapons. Thank you.
Nicholas will report all of this to everyone.
Yep. This person here has been involved in scalping people. So yes, it was only 3 dead. The 2 women and 1 tribesman.
That's right.
Yep.
Several will say that we got to stop those guards that jump the wall from getting back round down the valley. And I think they can only do that to our side of the valley. Yeah, so I think we should move down. Those who can fight should move down across the path and go looking for them. Or send the Whistling, of course. Or,
Yep. A yes from Yotto, I believe, and a yes from Nicholas.
All right, so we'll start moving then, Chris.
To over here?
I guess that's 3 of us. Yeah, just we want to prevent them. Well, kind of, we had taken a route. Nicholas has previously taken a route down from the hill to the path. I guess we know that way, so we'd probably go down that way.
Okay. So
we want the Whistling to recon for us, right?
Yeah, Whistling to recon, and then perception set to, and then perceiving as well ourselves, just to see if we can get wind of where these 2 guards are.
Okay.
Whistling's out front. Nicholas can only move at 50%, just so you know.
Okay.
So your plan is to come, if you can see the cursor on screen, come down like this, and then have a look around here. Is that right?
Yeah, or if the Whistling tells us they've gone further than that, then we don't know where they are. So hoping the Whistling can find them, and we'll zoom in on them.
Okay. So the Whistling can
and confirm the 2 that jump the walls are TTP, not Blueskins.
Did your characters see them is probably the question. I did describe it. Yeah.
So actually, Yotto would have, because this would have happened around the time Yotto was down this way, wasn't it?
No. It was when it was. So first and foremost, the Wyvern came. One of them was hiding. Again, not that you guys know it. Was hiding under the stairs. Another one was hiding in the hen house. The Wyvern came in and ripped the roof off the hen house, and then landed here, and then went across the bridge. And as the Wyvern was doing horrible things over here, these guys legged it. Your characters, hang on. Your characters would have been looking down this way. I think there's a reasonable chance you saw some figures getting up and over the wall. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Because you would have been looking down here, and also probably what the Wyvern was doing here was obscuring your vision. So yeah, I think it's fair that you would have been aware that you at least saw a couple of figures jump over the wall.
Wearing black or tribesmen?
Probably can't.
Well, were they carrying spears?
Give me a memory roll. A lot happened in a short space of time. So give me a there was bloodshed, and there was a thing that flew out of the sky, and all kinds of. Sorry.
Who's memory checking?
Whoever wants to see.
Nicholas was there.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know who was best placed.
True. You weren't here.
Yeah.
Nicholas
and Severin.
Yeah, Nicholas and Severin would be the only 2, I would say.
All right.
How do we do that again?
Yep. So it's got to be above 50, and based on your memory.
73.
73. Yep.
Memory is +6.
Yeah. So well and truly above. And Nicholas.
Nicholas got a 63 in total.
Yeah. Sure. So look, yeah, both of you recall 2 soldiers. I mean, they were quite a long way away. You know, nearly 170 foot away. So you didn't see them closely, but they appeared to be soldiers rather than anybody else.
Also, our reasoning is that if they were villagers, they'd be attacking the women. I mean, yeah, they were fleeing rather than, defending.
So,
Cool.
From what you've described, I'm trying to get a clear picture of what you want to do. But as I understand, Jadar and Askell stay here. Is that right? And while the 3 of you, Nicholas, Yotto, and Severin, head down here. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and then if the whistling can give us a little hint of where to go, that'd be great.
Yeah, the whistling is too far out of by that stage. The whistling is you've got to be 100 foot, Nicholas. So you tell me what you're doing. You've got to control.
After observing the hut shenanigans,
Yes.
he would bring and once Severin said, "Let's go down the hill," Nicholas would bring the whistling back to him, and he would be sending it on ahead as much as he can. But then again, of course, he's got to spend 50% of his action to control it and see through its eyes, so he can only move at 50%.
Right. So Nicholas is moving at approximately how much around? 20 foot around or 25 foot around?
30. His space room at 60.
So Nicholas is very slow. He can only move at 30 foot around, while this thing is 100 foot out in front.
Yeah, he's happy to follow Severin's direction and just move at normal pace, or he'll just do whatever Severin says, basically.
Well, we'll wait for Nicholas and make our way and wait for intel. But move in that direction at 30 foot per round.
So you move. The 3 of you are creeping, basically, moving forward very slowly with the whistling out in front.
Yeah.
Sword drawn, perceiving, looking for signs of these 2, broken branches.
Sure.
Severin has, as put in the chat, Severin has his bow out.
Okay, sure. So, no. There's Askell. There's Nicholas. There's Severin. Where's Yotto? When you need Yotto, there's Yotto. So you make your way down here, and you get down to here, and bearing in mind this thing is 100 foot out in front of you, scanning. If you guys are here, to give you a sense that that's 100 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So pretty much here, really. You get down to the base of the hill here, and yes, indeed, the whistling out in front, positioned here, does see something. It's a figure lying on the ground.
Just one?
Yes.
Is Nicholas able to describe to us what they look like through the whistling's eyes?
Yes, he is. Yep. And it looks like this. Pardon for the poor quality image. This guy lying face down. A lot of blood around him.
So, it's Yotto's friend who got zapped by Yotto.
What about the other way then? Is there, unless he's hiding, of course, the other one. Do you want to scan down the...
Yep.
Down the other way?
Both. You direct Severin?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, can you go further down the path and just see if you can see the other one? Meanwhile, Severin's going to perceive the fallen body and looking for someone who might be hiding in that vicinity.
Okay. So give me a roll on that for a start.
$42.
Yep.
Perception is plus 72.
Sure. So you can see. Just remove that counter. So Severin, you're having a good look around. You can see the body here, as Nicholas has described. You can just make it out. You're looking all around. You're looking down at the water's edge of this tiny little lake. You can't see any movements. You can't see anything from up here.
Wait for intel from Nicholas.
Okay. Nicholas, you don't, through the Whistling's eyes, 100 foot on, you don't see or hear anything else.
Do we keep going down the road?
I think so. For a wee bit.
All right, we'll keep going down the road.
Away from tracking?
No. No, we're missing Grey, aren't we? Other way.
Yotto is stalking hide, but not tracking.
Other way, Chris, away from the fort. I think we're assuming he's fleeing, rather than going back to the place where he's just escaped from.
Well, I'm assuming he's going to make his way back down past where we were, past our little hill, and go back down the valley to his friends.
Right. Yeah, we want to cut him off then, don't we?
Yeah. It might well be too late, but we can at least...
We'll be better cutting across then.
I think we should stop moving at Nicholas's pace and move at a decent pace, personally.
Okay. All right, we'll start running. I think should we... Because the last thing we want to do is for that guy to go past the camp and tell people we're coming, right? So should we run back into the jungle and across the other side to prevent him getting through the pass?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think we might well be too late. Yeah, so go hard right. Go directly right.
Yeah, our left, then right, yeah, okay.
Yep.
So
at speed, please, Chris.
So, like...
Yeah, basically just trying to prevent anyone getting around.
Yep.
Yeah, like that.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, you set off. You move promptly over here, and you get over to the side up to the sandstone walls. Where and what do the three of you do?
Well, maybe Nicholas, you could have a little look around with a whistling.
Whistling.
Check now.
Well, the whistling is now back here.
In case Nicholas would fall behind and make sure he would move 100 foot, get it come up to him, get 100 foot ahead, then catch up with it or something. But he would be slower.
Yep. So that is going to just to give you a sense of how you can move 30 foot at a time. That is that distance is approximately 400 foot away. So the maths on that divided by 30, that's something like 13 rounds. That's going to take you a long time to get over there.
Please just leave the whistling and go. You're muted, Pete.
Thank you. He would be 100 foot away from the whistling. He would move the whistling to him in one round, and then past him. And then he would move to the whistling and 100 foot past it at full pace. And then he would move the whistling again and again. That makes sense.
Does, you're still going to be slower.
Oh, yeah, it would absolutely be slower, yeah.
Yep, so quite a lot slower. Okay, so Yotto and Severin, you reach the rock wall quite some time before Nicholas does. Nicholas, you're out by yourself in the jungle. Severin and Yotto, what are you doing, please, once you reach here?
Receiving.
Sure.
Listening.
Sure. We'll drop back to just before we do that, to Jada and Askell. Anything you're doing, the guys have hit it off shortly after you've bandaged Askel's arm, Jada.
I'd like to heal Askel
Sure.
some more. So I'll do a healing 5 spell,
Okay. What does that do?
touching his arm.
Yep.
Heals 5 to 50 hits,
Okay.
and that's a 38.
The rolls are 38.
No.
Mhm.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. So that is
That should put me on 42.
successful. How many hits are healed, please? 5 to 48. So roll a D, whatever it is.
E what?
Well, how many hits? How many
5 to
hits?
50, wasn't it?
Yep. So roll a D, a 1d50.
Oh, that's a new one. Hang on.
So, no, it'd be a 5d10? 5 to 50?
Sure.
Not one.
Yep. Great. Lovely.
Gotta get those extra 4.
Yeah.
What do I say? Exclamation mark R what? D 50.
5d10.
Oh, 5 D 10.
Mhm.
Coming right up. 24.
24. 4 plus 24 is 28 hits. You're on 28 hits, Askel.
Nice.
Cool. Anything? This is obviously what the other guys are doing is obviously taking a while, so you have a bit longer. Are you doing anything else I should be aware of? Either Askel or Jada.
What's your PowerPoints, Jada?
18.8 now after all that.
Yeah, so up to you if you want to heal Askel some more. Or are you going to hold off waiting for
Well, I'll prepare.
Tanya? Or,
Prepare.
yeah, I think we're out of round, so you can
Yep. Well,
tell GM what you're doing.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just more, do you want to keep some PowerPoints in reserve just in case the explorers come back a bit
Oh, okay. Yep.
not around?
Yep. It's not like you're in the middle of a fight right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so Askel will just rest.
Okay. And nothing else for Jada. Anything else for Jada I should be aware of?
No.
Okay. Very good. Over to Severin and Yotto. You're over here. You're both having a very good look around, and you've been obviously doing this. So I'll ask for 2 perception rolls. Firstly, as you walked over, or ran over, jogged over, ran, whatever, and then another perception roll while you're here. Roll 2 perception rolls each. We'll do 2 for Severin first off, and then 2 for Yotto. Give me a roll, please.
96 and 89.
What a shame they must. And what's his bonus, please?
That's 72.
Cool. And 89 was the other one?
96.
96 and 89?
Yeah.
Cool. You don't pick up any information, I'm afraid, Severin. And Yotto, your 2 rolls, please.
I don't really believe in luck, but there is a weird symmetry to this. So Yotto also rolled a 96. And he rolled a 72, which happens to be Severin's skill. So there we go for weird. And his perception's 48.
Okay. Very good. For that second roll, can you please give me a roll, please? Another roll. Sorry?
1919.
19.
Sorry, Chris.
Thank you, that's all right. Okay, plus, and you said 48?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see if we can do. Let's see if we can do this. My system still hasn't been quite right since I've got a new one. Anyway, so you came down here. You had a look around. You saw the body up here. Severin, you had a bit of a look around here. Nothing. The two of you have run quite promptly up over some quite rugged terrain. Nothing for the two of you as you came through here. And Nicholas, you're coming along behind. And you both get to here. Severin, you're looking around. You're looking in front of you down. You can see the palisade here. And then further off down into that valley. Severin, you don't see anything. You, Yotto, you are here, and you glance down. It's a little bit off camera. It's a little bit further off the map, but there's some more. There's kind of you can see these palm trees here, and then there's a gap. There's kind of open terrain. And a little bit further down the hill, it's not on the camera, but a little bit further down the hill, there's another stand of palms. And you think you saw some movement down there, Yotto.
So Yotto will turn to Severin and say, I think I've seen some movement in this direction. We'll point to where he saw and said, shall we go closer and look to see if we can see our foe?
Yeah.
Okay. Two of you head down. Severin, you have a bow out. Yotto, you have your massive two-handed sword out. Is that right?
Correct.
Cool. And you head off in this direction. Heading further down, and we've reached the edge of the map. If you imagine, let's go up a little bit. And we'll go back a little bit. There's that kind of open area here. And then there's quite a thick stand of, just off the edge of the map where the cursor is, there's quite a thick stand of palm trees there. So it's quite open here, completely open there. And yeah, you thought you saw some movement down here. As you move to here, just to this point here. Oops, why is my little pointer not doing what it should? Oh, I know why. There. As you move there, you peer down into the foliage and you see three familiar figures. They have their bows out and they're standing in the tree line. They're looking back in your direction, and absolutely up a lot, looking up into the sky. They are
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey, Dewey, and Dewey. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Dewey. They are Brannon, Donald, and Fergus. Your three guides.
I'll call out to them.
They see you and hear you, and the leader, Brannon, puts up his hands. They're probably 150, maybe 150 foot off. Good eyes, by the way, Yotto. Very good eyes.
So we'll head over to them and just tell them what's happened and tell them there's one guy who we think has made a bolt for it. Have they seen him?
They by the way, don't come out to you. They definitely don't. They wait for you to come. And they are constantly looking up in the sky, scanning the sky. Yeah, hello, friends, says Brannon. I'm pleased to see you're alive. We thought when we saw that creature arrive that was it. No, we haven't seen anybody. As soon as that thing landed, we decided it might be wise to go and just check the trail a little bit. Just make sure that our route was clear for us to leave. And he looks slightly sheepish.
The wyvern has gone.
Gone? Where? Where is it gone?
Oh,
Is it up? Is it up in the sky? Where is it? Where is it?
It took a pony and has gone off to eat it, we think. I suggest we move forward. I'm just concerned that one of the TTP got away. We wouldn't want them to sneak round us to warn those further down the valley.
No, that would be bad.
There's two others back up on the hill where we first grouped. Maybe we can move back a bit up there and just troll the gap down the side of the camp just to make sure no one comes round, and then talk about our next moves if that works for you.
Yes, are you absolutely sure that thing is gone?
Appears to have done, yeah.
They talk amongst themselves in this language that Nicholas has been using, and I mean, they look pretty shaken up, but finally nod. Brandon says, we're going to head through the route of the trees, though, yes?
Sure. Yeah.
They're really not liking the idea of going on open ground.
No, fair enough.
With your guides, any action from Yotto I should be aware of at this stage? Anything he says or does?
He's good listening. He'll be keen to get back to the hole where this guy might get through that they've come from.
Okay.
But he's happy.
Okay. You reconvene. You collect Nicholas on the way, and you rejoin Jadar. And
sorry, no. Yotto definitely would not do that. Yotto would be heading up to this little kind of alleyway between the.
Yep.
No, even further, Chris. You need to be right up. Yep. So if this is the only place they can get through. So ideally with Severin or one of their guides, but he doesn't want to really be there on his own. But someone needs to be there in case the soldier appears.
Does someone go with him? Does someone go with Yotto?
Yep, Severin, and then maybe we'll tell the guides where the others are.
Okay.
And hopefully wait for Nicholas to show up, and then regroup. Hopefully get Tanya's body, and then plan next steps.
Okay. So, how long? So, Nicholas, you've rejoined. A period of several minutes go past, and you've reconnected with the guides. They're now all three guides are back up in the foliage, which they seem quite happy about. Back up with Askell and Jadar. Nicholas, what are you doing or saying during this time?
He would go with the guide.
Okay.
He would discuss with Severin, if Severin was planning to do parley with people in the village, or we just leave that.
Well, I think sounds like they were going to get Tanya's body, right?
Yep.
He's happy to, absolutely, but he's just a bit worried about this guy coming down the path. So I don't know. You could Nicholas go with the guides and see if they could retrieve Tanya's body?
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll come back and meet you.
Being all greenskins, that might go down well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I assume they're going to dump her outside, and we just go and collect her.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't want to talk to them, really.
No.
We'll see. Okay, so the plan is that we will collect Jada and Askell and Tanya's body if they have put her outside by now, and then we'll come and meet you in the gap.
All right.
Via the trees.
Okay, so and anything from Askell or Jadar I need to know about based on that plan? No. Okay, cool. Moving on. So Nicholas, you instruct the guides that that's your wish. They're really dubious about going into the open with that wyvern around. But you eventually manage to convince Brannon at least. And sure enough, when you next peer over the top, you can see the gate has been opened, presumably, and Tanya's body including, oddly enough, her bow, which is quite generous, is lying outside. However, standing on the walls with weapons are this man and this man. Both have got bows. Tanya's body. Sorry to interrupt. Tanya's body is. I've got to change that over. Tanya's body is literally right outside the gate. The two, I'm not going to move their counters. One is here, and the other is here. They're keeping low down behind the walls, but they're watching.
Cool. Nicholas will consult with Brennan and say, is he comfortable to come and pick up the body with Nicholas?
What happened inside the walls?
We attacked the Tikos people. Some of them attacked us, and we killed some of them. The Wyvern came.
Sorry, you attacked some of who, and you killed some of who?
So we were attacked by the Tikos people.
Yes.
The Duyranaki people, and some of the people from the farm. And in killing the Tikos people, we also killed someone from the farm as well, we believe.
From the Odana farm?
I believe so.
Well then, were they from the farm or were they the Tikos guides? If they're
they could be Tikos guides.
If they're from the farm, I'm not going down near that gate at all. They will kill us.
Right. Did not realise that they had Tikos guides. Had guides. They let us leave. They could have attacked us as we were leaving.
If you killed any of theirs, they would have attacked you.
That is a relief. Then I think it is safe for us to go and collect.
Who did you kill? Who did you slay?
Nicholas would describe the man.
So one of us, he says, and pointing at Nicholas and you, and so a Mara, a
Blueskin.
A Blueskin.
So the farm people are not Blueskin?
Yes, they are.
But they're not. But there also were guides in there.
We are guides. We are Blueskin.
You shot someone. Who did you shoot?
One of the tribes people. One of the guides, we're assuming.
Not a villager.
No,
I understand.
They were armed.
Anyone armed, we're assuming, was a guide?
I would be.
Great. Thank you for being that clear. We did not kill anyone who was unarmed.
If there is any chance of you killing one of theirs, then our lives would be forfeit. There would be a blood guilt on, and potentially a weird guilt on our heads, and we would be forfeit. I'm not going down to the gate if there's any risk of that.
Are you comfortable to call out to them if we are safe?
I will.
Speak the language better than I do. In fact, that's the arrangement. If we get close enough to have that conversation, if he is safe with if he is okay with the answers, then Nicholas and he will go and collect the body.
Okay. So Brannon and Nicholas move down to a little bit closer from the top of the hill, and Brannon calls out. They have quite a lengthy conversation. Nicholas, give me a communication roll, please.
'31.
Cool.
Good old 76.
Yeah, yep. You get most of it. Basically, I'm not going to put in the chat, but basically the tone is, you get the majority of it. There are some words and some nuance that you miss, but the basic tone from Brannon is, friends. We come in peace. We are not those that came into your village. We wish to collect our friend's body from outside. May we do so. And he uses a local Alberinian word, without slaughter. Basically, it's a turn of phrase that means you won't stab us in the back. And the reply back from the two on the gate is not friendly. They're not happy. They're not. Clearly, there isn't a warm welcome here. But basically, words to the effect, very, very curt and very short. So Brannon's description and his commentary is quite lengthy. The comment back is quite short, and basically it's, you may come, get the body, and then fuck off. Brannon looks at you and indicates that that's the case. Is Brannon up for it? Yeah, he is up for it. Yeah, he says, let's go, but let's not wait around.
Well, I'm very pleased with that.
It's quite unnerving. You walk down. You walk up to Tanya's body, very, very bloodied. Clearly, a mess. Amazingly, that her bow is with you as well. That really is quite remarkable. And all her gear, actually, her sword and her other equipment is outside. Good news is she hasn't been scalped, as well.
That's good.
Yep, always winning with that. And it's really, Nicholas, it's quite a nerve-wracking trip down. There are two men directly above you with bows. They're clearly not in a good mood, but they allow you to collect Tanya's body, and between you and Brannon, you drag, rather unceremoniously, one of you grabs her bow, and you unceremoniously drag Tanya's unconscious form back up here.
Jesus.
It's also 1 o'clock, and I'm keen to wrap up. I would like to go through each character and just kind of get a bit of a summary of what they do for the rest of the day. By now, by the way, it has gone from being dusk. It is now the last glimmers of daylight are there. So just as we're closing, the sun is setting, and I'd like to run through with each character what their intentions is, and then I'll provide a bit of commentary and we'll wrap up for the day. We'll start with, let's start with Severin.
Keen for us to find a place to camp that isn't seen as threatening to those in the fortress.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit further away, but nonetheless where they can keep an eye on the gap between the fortress and the cliff wall. And maybe that means we move past it. And we probably ought to keep off the main path, but
just a bit more light. Sorry.
Maybe put some sentries out. Find a place that we're comfortable with off the main path, that we can see the main path, and I guess help if we can do some healing on Tanya, and otherwise rest up and recuperate.
Okay, I'll put some narrative. So just to check with that. Obviously, that's, I've just described it's getting darker, not lighter, but that's just to allow you to see. There is no path as such. The only path that was there was the one that was coming up into the. That's the only track. It wasn't even a path, a track. You'd describe it. There is no path or anything down here. It's just open.
I guess be seen to move on.
So you'd go further into the valley. Is that what you're saying?
What do you think, guys?
Just a couple of images of the valley, just since we've got it.
I think we kind of want to be at the end of the palisade, you know, somewhere where we've got some shelter. Yeah, if we spot this guy, we want to be able to wake people and have a go at him, but we don't want to be out in the open in the valley. So we just need to find somewhere where we can see but have cover. See what I mean? That would
Yeah,
seem
it
to
would be
make
good
sense.
to look down the valley and have some cover, and not be threatening the fortress.
So, you know, coming down over here perhaps, and then imagine this beginning to slope relatively steeply down, so somewhere down here perhaps?
Yeah, and out of sight, so they're a bit less tense in the fortress, but we're keeping our eyes on down the valley and putting a couple of sentries on in case the guy who ran away tries to sneak up through the gap, and conversely, if anybody starts coming up the valley.
All right. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. 7 Tanya's out to its Nicholas.
Nicholas will follow on. Of course, make sure all gear is ready to go as much as possible. So suddenly, if we need to move, we can. No, Nicholas will. Yep, just do as instructed. Go along with the consensus.
Okay, cool.
Hope that we suggest that we should find a place that's got some tree shelter, so if the dragon thing comes back, we're not
definitely
exposed.
Okay. Kind of closing actions or thoughts or whatever from Jada?
No, agree. Find somewhere to camp, find each other, rest, recuperate.
Okay.
Plot.
All right. And Askell?
Yep, same as everyone else. Askell will also be quite keen to rest. He's still not great on hit points, so yeah, rest.
Okay.
Good night's sleep.
Yep. And lastly, Yotto, anything additional above and beyond that?
No, and of course he's happy to stand guard and rotate through.
Cool. All right.
But he does need as much sleep as he can get for his hit point, his
power points. Cool. All right, so just kind of end of narration for me. You move round carrying Tanya's inert form. You come around here. You're keeping... this is the distance from the walls. It's like 100... It's like 100 foot, which is within a bow range for sure. But you decide to go a little bit further down, so say 200, 300 foot away, which still was in bow shot, but you'd have to be a pretty damn good archer. You base yourselves, so it's just obviously out of view of this map, but you base yourselves 200 or so foot away here down the slope, so you are invisible from the walls at this stage. You will decide next time whether you light a fire or whatever that particular evening. But you base yourselves in a stand of trees, so there is a number of palms above you, and right on night, so it's definitely well and truly there is no more daylight. You throw yourselves down on the ground after a pretty traumatic day and rest, and we'll come to what happens that evening, etc. In front of you is this valley, quite a steep slope down, and it looks, from what you can see, probably of any of these images, probably this is the closest. It's pretty narrow, Spartan trees, very, very, very high cliffs of sandstone which you've come down. Quite steep, as I say, that you're currently camped on, and you're at the top of that. And that is where we're going to wrap for today.
Well, thanks, Chris.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
What a relief when we're out of those.
Yeah.
A relief to climb the wall.
Oh my god.
So I think Sophocles goes to Nicholas, who essentially turned the tide of today by helping us realise we weren't going to get massacred.
Oh, thank you. If you saw in the chat what they were saying to him, what I said was get rid of that fucking thing and leave our home. Get out. Can't those idiots get over our war?
That's a real good question. Why can't those idiots get over our wall?
Oh dear.
Because the dice didn't want you to. I mean,
No, the
there
dice
was
don't.
just some pure and simple, just bad luck. There's just no other word for it. There we go, guys. Recording is now.